as I reported and promoted, I'll be speaking to Attorney General Bill Schuette here of the state of Michigan. He is announced in September that he's running for governor, and recently he got endorsed by a bigwig. And here on the line with us is the Attorney General of the state of Michigan, Bill Schuette. Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Hey, I'm great, Renk, and good to be on BCK, and thanks for the opportunity to talk about the policies and how we drive our state forward and higher, and more jobs and more growth, and so this is a great conversation. I've been looking forward to it.
Well, I appreciate that. Not only WBCK, I have an affiliate in Kalamazoo, WKMI, and an affiliate in Lansing, WJIM. They're all hearing you right now. Now, yesterday, a statement was put out that Vice President Pence, Great American Committee, I guess can you say endorsed you?
Yes. I was delighted to receive the endorsement of Vice President Mike Pence, and as you know, was a standout, a leader among the governors of America as governor of Indiana, and doing an exceptional job as vice president. To receive his endorsement was very significant to me, and that came after the support and endorsement of President Trump and Governor Engler as an example. So I'm working very hard. I'm ahead, and this is all about, we need to have big goals and big aspirations for Michigan's future, because we got to drive our state forward, because 2018 is going to be a tough race, and the Democrats and the lieutenants of Granholm want to go backwards. We're not going to let that happen.
Right. Right now, you're in a primary with just announced today Lieutenant Governor Calley, as well as Saginaw Township physician Dr. Jim Hines and State Senator Patrick Kolbeck. You mentioned the Democrats on their side. They have Senate Minority Leader, or former Senate Minority Leader, Gretchen Whitmer, Abdul El Said, a Detroit Health Department Director, and Ann Arbor businessman Sherry Tonder are some of the Democrats and Republicans that are in the race. Now, in the endorsement by Vice President Pence's Great American Committee, Mark Lotter, the spokesman, said that they believe you can help continue to revive the Michigan economy, quote, unquote. The questions I have for you is, A, how would you do that? And B, in the short time that we have, what other plans, if you were to win the primary and go on to win the governorship next year, what other things are you planning for the state of Michigan?
Well, and I appreciate the question. And first of all, this is about how you make Michigan a growth state, a job state, and a paycheck state. And I'm running for governor to usher in a new era of opportunity and prosperity for Michigan. I want to be Michigan's jobs governor. That's why I'm running. And what I want to do is make sure that we have more jobs and paychecks in Michigan. Number one, I want to give Michigan families a pay raise. I want to drive a stake and a dagger through the heart of the legacy of Jennifer Granholm's failed governorship, where we had more rules, more government, more regulation, higher taxes. I want to roll back the Granholm tax increase. It was supposed to have been rolled back. It hasn't for the last 7 years. I want to eliminate that once and for all. And secondly, have real auto insurance reform, because we pay the highest auto insurance rates in America. Those are two ways to give Michigan families a pay raise, and it starts us making sure that we need to be a state where people plant their flag and build their families and move to the future. And that's our best days are ahead of us, not behind us. And that's what we need to do to make sure that Michigan is a growth state, a job state in the future, right?
Yes, and I know you had mentioned, and you had mentioned before, that you want to roll back those income tax that former Governor Granholm had raised from 3.9 to 4.35 back in 2007, and it failed earlier this year in our own legislature. So that really rankled a lot of people, because it was a promise back then that it would be rolled back, and has never been rolled back, other than, I forgot, 1/10 of a point or something like that.
Yeah, 1/10 of a point.
Yeah. How do you intend on, let's say, encouraging the legislature to take that up? Because I think that certainly would be a big boost to the people here and citizens of Michigan and possibly your future constituents?
Well, yeah, and if you look across the country, Renk, where the jobs are, they're in the states are growing faster than Michigan. We've rebounded, and there's no doubt about that. We've rebounded, but other states are growing faster than Michigan. The Carolinas, the Texas, the Floridas, the Nevadas. And you go to these places, there are cranes everywhere. 110 people move to Nashville, Tennessee every day. A 747 plane load of people move to Austin, Texas every day. You go there, it's incredible. That's the type of Michigan I want to have, and that really is my focus. That we need to be a state where we're building schools, not consolidating schools. You look at a balance sheet that I look at, Renk, is that we've lost congressional seats. We'll go from 14 to 13 in the next census. There are 55 counties in Michigan that have lost population in this decade, and we're still 300,000 jobs short of where we were before the Great Recession, and we're not scheduled to regain those jobs at today's current pace until 2027. Well, I'm not satisfied with that. We need to have big hopes and big aspirations as we go forward.
Now, I know you've said in the past that you want to find a way to compete with Silicon Valley for the auto industry's future. Can you explain that a little bit more to my listeners?
Yes, and it's interesting. Right now in America, there's this tug of war, this tussle between the tech industry and the transportation industry as to where will the mobility, the autonomous vehicle center and driving force be. I want it to be in Michigan, where we need to have the lens of Michigan needs to be market-oriented, needs to be entrepreneurial-based, and fostering enterprise. It's more like Lyft, not a constrained version of a taxi cab union, as an example. And I want to make sure that our environment for jobs, and we've loosened regulations, we've eliminated rules, where the mobility industry, the autonomous vehicle industry, is operating at full throttle here in Michigan. That's what I want us to do. Some want to have it go to California with Google and Uber and everything. I want it to be in Michigan. That's what I mean.
Well, and especially since we are the state where the auto industry thrived, obviously. Yeah. One quick question, we have about a minute left, is I think you stated earlier, but I know you're looking to help lower our auto insurance rates here in Michigan. There are several plans out there. What are your thoughts about what you'd like to see in a approved final passed plan?
Well, the key thing is we need to crack down on insurance fraud, and we need to crack down on frivolous lawsuits. That's part of the picture in this auto insurance reform. We pay $1,000 higher than any other state in the United States of America. That's outrageous, and we need to have real auto insurance reform, which means a pay raise for Michigan families. And as a former legislator, I understand the relationships that are necessary in order for us to build a consensus in getting things done. And I did that with human trafficking, where I brought in Republicans and Democrats.
I'm sorry, Attorney General. I'm going up against a hard break here, and I know you got to go. Can I have you on later to get a little bit more detail about this? You
bet. The point is, we got to have auto insurance reform in America.
Thank you, Attorney General Bill Schuette, for coming on air. Have a great day.